back there, look, it's absolutely soaked.
Whoa.
It's coming out of there somewhere.
Oh my god. We're lucky it didn't catch fire.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like spraying out. I don't know where it's coming from. Oopsie. Yeah, it's there. Found it. It's a pipe come off. Look.
Oh yeah.
Can you see it?
Let's see if we can show.
Yeah, look.
Oh, wow.
Return pipe.
Oh god. How would that have come off?
Don't know. It's still thought I could smell something.
Yeah. Okay, we need to get that soaked up, don't we? Yeah, we're not sure how we can solve this, but that's not good. Poor Mary. Like, what are we going to do then?
Fix it.
You can fix it?
I'll have a go.
If not, what's the plan?
Call a taxi.
Really?
I don't know. Guess what I've got in my little box?
Oh yeah?
It's a fuel pipe. I know. How random is that?
Oh brilliant, so you can fix it? Okay.
I'll put a fresh bit of pipe on. Rather than push that bit of pipe back on and put another cable tie around it, I'll cut a fresh piece and then put 2 cable ties
On at both ends?
It's just a return pipe.
Oh.
It's not a fuel feed, it's a return. So the fuel
that goes in?
The fuel that doesn't go in gets returned to the fuel tank. It's like a return system. It's a low pressure line, luckily. Mind you, you wouldn't think it would have missed.
No, I mean, are we going to have to tell them in there?
Yeah, I think we better go and ask them. Tell them we've sprung a diesel leak and ask them if they've got something to put on the forecourt to clean it up.
Shall I go and do that?
Yeah, I think it's be polite to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, okay. I'll go and do that. I'll go and
fill up with fuel while I'm here.
I'll get my mask. Has anybody else out there had this problem? And what have you done to solve it? Because it's not exactly a nice thing to happen when you're driving along. We just thought we could smell fuel, didn't we? And we were like, oh, it'll pass when we go through the next place. And then it kept following us, and then Mel noticed he'd saw some smoke coming out of the bonnet, and then we thought, oh God, there is something going on.
Yeah, definitely. If you own a Mercedes, check those fuel lines.
And check the fuel lines, yeah.
So this is the fuel line that I brought. This is how it came out of the box. Look at the diameter.
Oh yeah?
Can you see that?
Yeah.
This is the fuel line I've just taken off. Look how it's swollen up.
Yeah.
So, cheap eBay fuel line. Yeah. Maybe, just maybe, I might splash out and buy a whole new...
lot of fuel lines.
Yeah, a lot of fuel line off of Mercedes.
Yeah.
I should have just bought the whole, because it comes as a whole kit, the whole line, all the connectors, everything.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's something we'll do a video about in the future.
Top of the list, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, he's fitted it, fixed it. We've told the garage about the diesel leak, so they're aware of this as well, because it needs to be reported so that the people in the garage know, because don't ever leave it like that because it's dangerous. We just stopped the van about 10 miles along the road to check.
Looks all right.
It looks okay?
Yep.
No leaks?
No leaks yet. Well, no, that's it. No, there won't be any more leaks. Right, ever again.
He's made sure it's checked.
Well, I'm pleased to report I made it back without any fire. That was so lucky. There was literally diesel spraying all down that side of the engine, right on top of the turbo. That's why it was all smoking. Now, when I brought Mary, I was told she's got a new catalytic converter, new DPF filter, and she had new injectors fitted, or reconditioned injectors fitted as well. Loads of new parts fitted to her because she kept going into limp mode, if you remember, when I first brought it. And it turned out it was nothing to do with any of them. It was actually the inlet manifold that was leaking, and it costs like £6.50 to fix. So the previous owner spent all that money for no reason, but yeah, I'm not complaining because it's benefited me. But the thing is, when they replace the injectors, they just use cable ties to hold the return pipes on, and foolishly, when one of those leaked, I simply did the same thing. I replaced the pipes with new pipe from eBay, like I explained earlier, and again I then cable tied them back into place, which was a big mistake. So if you look at this, this is what it should look like. That's the difference. Look, instead of cable ties, we've got these big metal clamps, and this is where the injectors, this is the connectors that go on top of the injectors. So yeah, using cable ties instead of these big metal clamps was definitely a big mistake. Now these connectors work really simple. If I pull one up, you'll see what I mean. If I get it to come up, so there you go, that pops up like that, and then you've got these, this goes over the pipe it simply slides over the pipe, this part pushes down, so that pushes down, and then it grabs on top of the pipe. Really simple. Like I said earlier, it is a low pressure pipe, but yeah, to use cable ties around these wasn't a good idea. So right, all I've got to do now is take the old one off, replace it with this, and then hopefully we won't have any more problems. Can't believe I got away with that. That was so lucky. It could have been, yeah, so much worse, so much more worse. Right, so let's get the airbox off, and I'll show you. Without this airbox on, you'll be able to see exactly what's going on under there. So now I've got the airbox off, you can actually see what's going on. Have a look, I'll show you a nice little close-up in detail. So here's the fuel line here, this is the return, these are the feed. As you can see the difference, the feed lines are actually these solid pipe, and the return, because it's low pressure, it's literally just this flexible pipe. You can see the clips again, these simply pull off like this. There you go, and there's the top of the injectors. Really simple to take all these off, and I'm hoping, oh, that one looks a bit broke, that's a bit lucky. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I should have put gloves on. I'm hoping I can take these off. Has that one lost its ring? Oh no, it's still there, it's just a bit black. There's a little rubber ring on there. Yeah, I should be able to get all these off. There you go, without taking these ones off. Now I know that these injectors have been changed because the tops of these nuts, you can see they've been rounded off a little bit. Every one of these has been rounded off, so these has definitely been taken apart, and I've no reason to believe otherwise, that these injectors haven't been changed. And this one, you can actually see this black stuff around here. So at some point Mary probably suffered what's known as the Black Death, I think they call it. It was a bit extravagant because it's just basically the seals of the injectors leak and all this black soot builds up. And I highly recommend anyone that's got a Sprinter to take their cover off, because there should be a sound deadening cover on here, and that's all it is. It's a nice big plastic cover, and it just deadens the sound of the engine. Take that cover off so you can actually see what's going on underneath. That cover does nothing but deaden the sound of the engine. I did put my cover back on when I got Mary, but then I soon took it back off again, because I think you're much better off not having that cover on. You can see what's going on. If you have any problems, you can catch it early. Yeah, right, let's get the new one. There you go, look, that's the difference. So these cable ties are holding that on. Yeah. So this is going to go in the bin, and the new one's going on. But before I throw this in the bin, I will check the new one doesn't leak. Right, so I fitted the new pipe. Take a look at that. That is much better now. So hopefully it's not going to leak. I'm going to put the airbox back on, and then I'll fire it up just to check for any leaks. Fingers crossed it doesn't leak. I should have done this the first time round. There you go, simple as that. Let's get your keys, find them. I think we've left them in the back door. Well, I can't see any more leaks, so we're good. We're golden. The other end's all right as well. Now let's take a closer look at this. This is the piece I took off, okay? Now, like I said earlier, I actually replaced these 3 pieces of pipe because one of them did come off prior to this incident, and I replaced them with fresh pipe. This is the original pipe that was on there. You can see whoever replaced the fuel injectors used yellow cable ties. They used these little yellow ones, and that's how they secured all these 3 pipes. And one did come off, so like an idiot, I replaced the pipe and then rejoined it with these black cable ties as well. And it was this one that fouled, that come off on our little trip just now. So I shouldn't have done this. I should have just brought the whole thing in the first place, but I was a little bit skint when I done this. Money was a bit tight, so that's all I did. It cost me £7 and a couple of cable ties. But at the end of the day, it could have cost me a lot more. It could have cost me Mary. She could have gone up in a ball of flames. So yeah, if yours leak, then don't do this. Don't use cable ties on your return pipe. Get the proper return pipe. I've got this one. Funny enough, I did get it off of eBay, off of a car parts place. I'll put a link in the description where I got this from. Really good company. They emailed me, asked me if I'd got it, if I would leave positive feedback, and I said to them I would leave feedback once I fitted it and checked it doesn't leak. And it doesn't. It works perfectly fine. Now, before I go, I'd like to say thank you to Rebecca for whipping out her mobile phone and filming that earlier footage. Yeah, some quick thinking there, so thank you, Rebecca, for doing that. And also I want to say, if you've got a Mercedes Sprinter, take that cover off, throw it away, so you can keep an eye on your injectors. It is like a big massive plastic cover that covers this whole top of the engine, and it is purely for sound deadening. That's all it does. It just deadens the sound of the engine, and it stops you from keeping an eye on your fuel injectors. Imagine if I'd had my cover on there, I wouldn't have been able to spot that straight away. There's no way I could have seen where that was leaking. I'd have had to have taken all this off, undone all those screws just to find that pipe leaking. So that's why I've got my cover off, and I'm never going to put that cover back on now. In fact, I think I've thrown it away now. So yeah, if you've got a Sprinter, take that cover off, throw it away. Well, there you go. I'm going to wrap this video up there. If you like this video, please do give me the thumbs up. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Oh, talking about next time.